I made my last video on Fidm, and ever since then I've received a lot of messages filled with questions on Fidm in general, and I feel really bad. I haven't been able to get back to everyone like I said I would. I've just been really busy with school and just life in general. So I just gathered a lot of your questions, and I'm going to try and answer as many as I can in this video. Okay? A lot of you have been asking about the interview, the final interview that you do over the phone, or actually if you live near where your campus is, you could actually do it in person. I was out of state, so I did mine over the phone. Basically, a director from the school will call you and just basically ask you, why did you choose Fidm? Why did you choose that major? What are your plans after you graduate? What are your hobbies? If you live out of state, are you ready to move? What kind of housing situation were you looking to do? And then the director read over my recommendation letters, and she went over my final project that I submitted, and then at the end of the interview she told me that I got accepted, and the interview lasted for like an hour. It does not feel like an hour though, because you just get so into the conversation, and well, at least for me, I was super nervous, so it didn't feel like an hour. And it wasn't intimidating. She wasn't scary to talk to. It just felt like casual conversation a lot of the time. So that's the interview. Do you need good grades to get into Fidm? Okay, I did not have perfect grades before I got accepted. I always was a decent student. I was never good at math or science. Everything else I was doing, I did really good in. So they did talk about that. That was something that had to come up in my final interview. But if you don't do so great in like math or something, they're not gonna not accept you for that. You don't have to have straight A's to get into Fidm. Obviously, if you have like straight F's or like F's and D's all over your report cards, they're probably not gonna accept you. But you don't have to. They're probably a lot more lenient than other colleges. So don't stress too bad if you're not perfect. SATs, do you need to take them? You don't. I didn't. It wouldn't hurt to take them, I guess, but you don't need to. What is my living situation like? I'm not doing student housing. I do think it's a smart idea to do student housing. It's kind of expensive though, which is the downside. Otherwise, it's a pretty good idea. It's a faster way to make friends. Especially if you're out of state. I kind of wished I did it. It was a little awkward for me at first, not really knowing anyone. So, if you can afford to do it, the $3,000 per quarter for student housing, if you can afford it, by all means, it's a lot easier to do it that way. Otherwise, I'm personally living in it's like a room for rent type thing through like somebody's house. It's a really nice couple that owns this, but they rent out like this room, and it's like my own mini apartment, I guess. So that's what I'm doing. It's like $500 a month. Not that far from school either. My plans after I graduate, I was debating about doing fashion design before I chose product development. So I'm still really into fashion design. I eventually probably want to get into it still. As far as like after graduation, I probably want to work for some kind of big brand name company, and help them with their product development process, and then just work my way up into owning my own boutique, starting my own line. Why did I choose product development? Because I basically chose it because it felt like the best of both worlds. It was the business side of fashion, and it was also, I still get to learn a lot of the same things that you learn for fashion design. but it's just more business oriented, which I think would be really helpful to know more about business, because if for some reason fashion doesn't work out, at least I have a lot of business knowledge behind my belt. What is the San Diego campus like? It's, it's really nice, actually. It's really modern. It's one floor of a building, the Diamond View Tower in downtown San Diego, right next to Petco Park. Third floor. It has security. There's like a cool lounge balcony area where we have a view of like the stadium and just downtown. It's painted like orange and yellow and lime green inside. The library is fully stocked on every fashion magazine from all over the world. Tons of fashion books, computers everywhere. In the library, they're always playing, like, lately they've been playing a lot of like Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Like, they play like music videos and stuff, and they've been doing a lot more 80s movies in the library. It's really cool, actually. It's really cool. But yeah, it's a nice campus. It's really small, but it's really nice. And since it's like Christmas time right now, they like totally decked out everything. There's like Christmas trees everywhere, and it's really cute. Yeah. So how do you get an advisor? You basically call the LA campus and just tell them that you're interested in attending Fidm and you want an advisor. It's really easy. Like, don't even stress it. What kind of high school classes do you need to take to get into Fidm? I mean, there's really no prerequisite of what you need to take before Fidm, because the likelihood of your classes transferring is probably not great. So, yeah. I mean, I guess it would be smart to, if your school offers like any kind of class, related to fashion, like my high school had like fashion and apparel, so I took that. But like marketing classes, anything about business will really help you. It'll look good to them. I mean, my final project, I had to take 5 designs from like a magazine or something, or like a newspaper or something. I took 5 from a magazine and recreate them to fit my own line. So I did that. Yeah. I think that may have been it. Well, I mean, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to message me. I'll try to not wait months again to answer everybody. But yeah, I hope that helped you guys. Yeah. So have a very Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you guys later.